I'll think of a new starting screen that I made up in about 30 minutes, I think. Yeah. I I looked up how to do this a few hours ago. This is just a rough draft, really. But yeah, I picked out a PNG that I already had on my computer. I just put a starting soon thing right here so that when I start talking to y'all at the beginning of stream, there's something to look at other than the Minecraft logo at the beginning. But we're not doing Minecraft today. I actually was planning on putting on my writing thing. I use Krita to draw sometimes. I was planning on using Krita, but Krita doesn't pair well with OBS, so unfortunately I can't stream myself drawing live like I wanted to. But that's okay because, as the title says, we have MsPaint. Hold on. There we go. Hi. There you are. So yeah, I'm gonna be using MsPaint basically to... I wanted to draw today, but I'm not gonna do that. I might do some little drawings here and there. But I don't know if you can see my cursor. I'm gonna try like this. Ooh, nice. But yeah, I was going to basically draw today because I wanted to add some outfits and some expressions on my character model right here. But unfortunately, since I don't have Krita, what I wanted to do was to add myself a little Christmas hat, because 'tis the season after all. But I guess today's stream is step 1, how to use MsPaint. I do have a drawing tablet, so at least I'm not going in blind with my mouse. Let's see here. Can you... Huh? Okay, so pen is black and eraser is red. I don't like this already. But yeah, essentially I think what I'm gonna do is, first of all, learn how to use MsPaint. My goodness. I decided to put the background in gray just so that's easier on your eyes, so you're just not blinded by all of the white when you first open MsPaint. But I was going to use it as a sort of just writing tool to write out my thoughts, my points, and just go over how my stream's been doing, what I've been able to accomplish, because I think it's been more than a month since I started streaming, and I've already learned quite a lot. I've made a few mistakes that I've been trying to correct. I've been tweaking some things here and there. And yeah, just go over with you guys what we could do, because we're closing in on 10 followers, and there was somebody in chat the other day that mentioned that we could potentially open a Minecraft server so that all 10 of you here can play together and we can all play. I do want to change this to, no wait, gray. I want this to be gray. There we go. Okay, so secondary color is the eraser and first color is the pen. And if I do this, can I change the size of it? No. It's not a drawing tool, it's just MsPaint. It doesn't need to be more. But yeah, I was able to look up quickly, because I was very nervous about the DMCA copyright strikes. that people get on their Twitch, and I was able to find some resources to get copyright-free music. Because one of the things also is that sometimes artists, when they make their music, they have all of the best intentions, and they ask viewers, not really viewers, they tell people who want to use their music in their streams, yeah, go ahead, go for it, I'm all in. And then something happens with their record label that's out of their control, and unfortunately, the person gets copy strikes despite the artist's best intention. I've been wondering if there's a possibility that I could like just download GarageBand. But yeah, I should probably get to writing down what I want to do. Okay, so just going down the basics on what I've learned. What I've learned. And I learned how to do the basics. I've learned how to use OBS. And I've also been able to make a PNG tuber. These are small things, but I've been able to learn them pretty quickly. And these were all very daunting tasks when I first started. And now look at me now. Hi, Raw Willow. Hello. I want to say hi nonetheless. Hello. As you can see, today's stream is a bit different. And I wanted to do it on my usual writing, drawing software, but today is MsPaint Day, I believe. And hopefully next time that you hop on stream, I'll have a Christmas hat. Unfortunately, I'll have to draw that off stream, and put it on my head later afterwards. But oh yeah, so I was able to make a basic weight screen. I was able to mock that up in like 30 minutes just before stream. I'm happy with what I was able to do. This is not correct. This is not written well. Weight screen. What else? I've been looking into, so this is what I've learned. But then there's also what I want to know, what I've, additional changes. Because I have it all in my notebook right here, but I wanted to share it with you all. This might not be a very entertaining stream, but I feel like this is something that I need to at least write down. And if people who are watching have any ideas and suggestions, that would be awesome sauce. But yeah, this is kind of like in the vibes of the season too. Just like reflect on what you've been able to do and how you've been able to grow and move forward. Because where I'm starting now, I am basically talking into the void. I've been very fortunate the past few streams to have people I know and new people show up and interact with me, which has been fun. I've met a lot of fun people just in the past few days. But yeah, first things first. Paramount is the schedule. I think I've been kind of vague about it on Blue Sky, but I did get a job recently, and the hours are insane. Expression toggles on PNG, yes, that as well. I have this right here. More expressions. So get ready to see me smile. But yeah, I want to be able to emote my little character here. I know there's like some other PNG tubers on the platform who have mastered the software that allows me to move my character to the point where their hair strands and I don't know, their bows and whistles and whatever, they jiggle independently. So for example, imagine whenever I bob my head up and down, the white part of my hair bounces at a rate differently than the rest of me. I always think that's kind of impressive, rigging that all by yourself. But yeah, that's that. I'm not gonna be that complex with mine. I just want to be able to change my facial expressions so that I don't look like a zombie, basically. Um, but I do want to add here. What if I do this? Yes, perfect. We're gonna add this. Can you guess what I'm drawing? That's right. Seasonal thing. I'm gonna add myself a little hat. Can you see it? I can see it. But yeah, that's the first thing I'm gonna work. Yeah, I'm gonna have a little Santa hat, and I don't know if I should do like everybody else because everybody else is probably gonna have like a seasonal game. I don't know if there's like a game or an activity. People are probably, I imagine, do cooking streams, like come bake a turkey with me for Christmas, or an unboxing video of presents, you know, all that stuff. But I do want to get into the holiday spirits, and I think this is the best way to do it. Okay, so like I said, I want to work on my schedule, because the way it's set up, I've decided to, on purpose, make my streams quite late for all of the night owls out there. And it works best for me when I'm late. The hour probably won't change, but it'll probably be the days. My schedule is, in real life, subject to change, and it's very hard for me to stay on the Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday schedule. I do try to do it as best as I can, but probably starting next year I'll be able to get a better grasp on what my hours will be. Santa hat or Santa elf hat? I was thinking of Santa hat, red with white fur, but the Santa elf hat. I could always add myself little ears. I could make that. That is a possibility. You've opened my mind. Let's see here. What else? Okay, yeah. Something else as well. Background music. Because like I said, I've tried looking into it, and I did use, for the waiting screen, a song that I found on a supposedly copyright-free website with a copyright-free song. I don't know, we'll see when the VOD comes out, if I'm muted or not. But this was my first time using a background music for the vibes. And hopefully I will be able to find more music and add it to a chill playlist of my liking to play in the background of, like, for example, when I play Minecraft or Stardew Valley. There are moments where there's, you know, awkward silence, or whenever I'm just talking, chat. I think you guys would like it. If you have any resources that you would recommend in that department for, like, copyright-free music, unless you guys are willing to listen to, like, Beethoven and Mozart, because I don't think where they are right now they would mind if I use their music. Incomptech music, royalty-free music. Thanks. That's perfect. That is exactly it. I've also looked into what exactly Twitch deems to be DMCA worthy music. Especially, for example, like if I use a song from a movie, or, something that I don't own the copyright to, but I only use it for 7 seconds or less, does that count? And the answer is yes. Kevin McLeod Music Bank. Perfect. That is excellent. I will browse through that. Which sucks. I wanted to use music for my soundboard, like I mentioned before. But unfortunately, it's owned by like Universal Music Studios, and they are notorious for their copyright strikes when it comes to their music. There was like a point when I remember TikTok was getting really, really popular using the songs and music from their artists, so they just decided we're going to we're going to mute and DMCA strike everybody who uses any of our artists. But then people just kept using other music, and so they've outstretched their hand to include anybody that has ever been in contract with them in any aspects of the songwriting process. So if you have an album and only one person, for example, the music producer or just the guitarist for one song in that album, ever had a contract with Universal Music Studios, then they could strike that album. And that's what they did. That's what they did on TikTok. And that was like, I don't know, 70% of the music library. And then what TikTok did, at least the users, what they did was just like, okay, fine. We'll just use sounds. We'll use vines, we'll use viral clips, and we'll promote new artists underground that, and lift them up and give them a voice. And then it just did nothing for Universal Studios, which I thought was funny at the time. Okay, so, background music, expressions. I do want to master the art of making clips, but that will probably have to wait, and I might even ask somebody else to help me with that in the long run. Right now I'm happy with making VODs and uploading them to YouTube and making a highlight of the VOD. That I know how to do. I do want to improve the waiting screen, but that's going to require, again, for music. So I think the third thing I'm going to work on is more music. I am a huge music nerd. I'm not in the sense of like, I know this very niche underground band, you've never heard of them. But I actually study music, so I like the poetry of it when it comes to the lyrics. A song can be absolute trash, but when you look at the lyrics and how it's written, I'm like, I can't hate it. I can't hate it. What was that one song? There was Animals by Nickelback. I was so mad when I found out it was from Nickelback. And it is just a trash song about a guy and a girl trying to sneak out and make out in the back of his truck. That's it, that's the song. But the wordplay, I'm not gonna compare it to Shakespeare or anything, that'd be too much, but like, the lyrics were enough for me to be like, okay, maybe I was too harsh on you, Nickelback, my bad. What else? And what else? 10 follower goal. Like I said, I want to give a reward to all of the people who decided to spend their time with me. Of all the things that you could be doing, I want everybody here to know that I am very grateful for you to choose, my stream. and I want to give back. I want to do something that's rewarding for myself and for anybody watching, anybody who follows. So I'm going to look into the idea of making a Minecraft server, because I do like the idea of playing Minecraft with others. I've only done that a handful of times, like joining a random server or going on Discord and people are like, "Hey, people, join my server. We're gonna do this," and it doesn't last long. And maybe this Minecraft phase of mine really is the 2-week Minecraft phase, but in the time that I've been doing it, it's been fun. It's been fun trying to figure out how to stream by using Minecraft, because it is such a creative space for you to allow yourself to make mistakes. I think that's why I chose that game when I first started it. And I also want to be able to play other games other than Minecraft, because I'm not a Minecraft YouTuber. I'm not gonna claim to be the next Tommy in it or anything. I'm not a speedrunning whiz, but I do think that if I am going to stop streaming Minecraft, at least for a while, I want to be able to stream myself doing something I've never done in a game, and that's beating the Ender Dragon. And I think that with you guys' encouragement, I might be able to do it. I don't want it to be with keep inventory. I want to be able to experience Minecraft the regular way, and I want to be able to beat the Ender Dragon. And if I do so, for example, in multiplayer with other people to help me, I think that'd be even more fun to be able to see my reaction of beating the Ender Dragon for the first time. I've never even used a Elytra before. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. I have been looking into getting my microphone set up in a way that you don't hear typing. That requires me to go to a store. I don't know. I'm sure that this has happened to everybody before. You have a task. It's a necessary task. It's not a hugely important task, like you have to file this paperwork by tomorrow or you lose your house or anything, but it's important, and as long as you put it off, life is just that much more inconvenient. But you still decide, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it when I have time. And every time this happens to me, I end up putting the task off for a week, 2 weeks, just too long. And then, when I finally get the motivation and energy and time to do the small task, it ends up being 5 minutes. And then it's done. And I'm like, what? Brain, why didn't you do this previously? If I had known. And then the cycle repeats, and I never learn. Actually, I had to do that today. And I actually had a list of tasks that I wanted to do before I started streaming, and one of which was to set up, the drawing software. But basically, I had 2 minor tasks, and I didn't want to do either of them, so I did the counter coin toss flip. It's not a coin toss. It's the counter coin toss. I'm going to draw it up. So you have a coin. And basically the rule is like, hey, if you do a coin toss and then you decide what you want to do, right? Well, no. When you do the counter coin toss, you toss a coin, you decide heads, I'm going to do task 1. Tails, I'm going to do task 2. Then you flip it. And let's say it lands on heads. Instead of going, okay, well then I guess I'll do task 1. You observe what your first instinct is between the two choices. So, you flip the coin. Heads, you have to do task 1. if you feel a sense of disgust or hate or you know, just like inconvenience, you know, you just like oh no, not this, then you know that you have to pick and do choice two. Like, and if you're satisfied that it's one by instinct, then you know that you have to do or choose option one. And it's been helpful the few times I've done it. I don't know. For example, I'm trying to think of another example. I used this counter coin toss thing with my friend a few years back, and I think she was trying to decide between two hairstyles. Let's just say it was that. And I was like, do the counter coin toss trick. And she flipped it, and then it landed on, I don't know, heads again. It's like, okay, well, are you happy with your choice now that you have been told you have to go with choice one? And she's just like reflecting. I was just like, no, my first instinct is like, oh no. And I was just like, well, that means you have to go with choice two. And she found it very helpful. I don't know if I've never talked about this on stream before. I've talked to this to a friend or an acquaintance. I've talked this with someone a few days ago, but my outlook on what dreams are like, and I don't know how to say it. Dream analysis, in general. There are some people who, like, I don't know, think that dreams have premonitions or predictive powers. You know, you see a vision of a deer in a forest and it means something, like something's gonna happen in the future. And sometimes it's like a reflection of your psychology at the time. The example, like prime example, is just like, oh, you dream about that guy at the coffee shop. That means that secretly you want him. Yeah, dreams are often about the things that are on your mind. Well, I think I've talked to you about this. I have the three. I'm just gonna draw a line here in between these things, right here. So, like, one, there's the like you said, things that are on your mind. So it's psychology. Is that how you write it? Psychology. I don't know. So, like, you have stress, dark thoughts, trauma, whatever. That is your brain expressing these thoughts that are running in your head. The second one is memory. The idea that the brain basically files psychology. Yeah, that's right, with an H. Psychology. That the brain is basically filing away all of the memories that you've had that day to store the important information and you know, file away what wasn't important that day, like the faces of the strangers you saw on the bus today. But for example, sometimes it's just as benign as seeing a red car that day, and then it shows up in your dreams, and you have like a one-to-one like connection of like, oh, the reason I saw this in my dream is because I've seen this recently, or I've listened to this song so much that now I'm dreaming about the artist, you know, stuff like that. And then three is just pure imagination. Rainbow. But yeah, basically, this is just the glue that holds the previous two all together, and then it may just make shit up. The brain just makes stuff up. It creates a narrative between moments in time that it's making up, and then you have like a cohesive narrative that when you wake up, you're like, wait a minute, but I had like, there was like 3 scenes of a movie that didn't connect whatsoever. And it's only when you wake up that you realize that it didn't make sense. But, yeah, That's why I don't think that because of these three things, dreams have any sort of that so Raven can see into the future kind of thing. This is just how I see dreams. There's always a rational explanation between one of these three things. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Have a good sleep. But yeah, anything that happens in a dream can be explained through one of these three things. I'm gonna press the back button quite a bit here. But yeah. With this little tangent aside, I shall return to what I was doing. What I've learned versus what I want to change. I am basically kind of talking to myself, other than Rawillow was kind enough to drop by. But yeah, let me see here. That's basically it. That's basically what I've wanted to talk about, at the very least. Yeah, maybe goals. Yeah. The new year is coming up, and I could start brainstorming on what I want to do, but that's basically what changes are. Look into my schedule, make more expressions, look into getting more music for my channel, and reach the the 10 follower goal, and perhaps look into making a Minecraft server. Yeah, let's see here. And overall, just getting more comfortable with how Twitch works. What else? I guess, I mean, right now I'm just on MsPaint. I could just try and draw on it, because that is what the stream is about. This might not be a very long stream after all. Oh no. Do I want to play Minecraft today? I don't want to play Minecraft today. But yeah, maybe let's see here. Games. What do I want to do on stream? This is basically just a brainstorming session. This might not be very interesting, but that's okay. Not every stream has to be entertaining. I mean, if you're gonna be an entertainer, it should be entertaining. But you know, I'm still small. I'm a small streamer. I can afford to make mistakes at first, as long as I'm seeing progress. And maybe some days I don't have progress. Maybe I'm just yapping about. But that's fine too. I don't know what it is about streaming that makes me so positive. It's like I'm trying actively to reinforce positive thinking whenever I'm streaming, which is a very strange side effect that I find about this. I don't actively think about being forgiving about my mistakes, you know, in real life, but we should be. I guess that's why I like streaming as much as I have. I subconsciously, I think, want to be a good role model, a good person to look up to, a wise sage, or whatever. And so I surprise myself with the amount of wisdom and advice that I'm basically giving myself. But there are two people watching. If these two people in streaming, in chat, find any of what I'm saying to be helpful, then I did a good job. Now let's see here. I'm gonna get any new followers today. I am in the streaming category. Is the streaming category very active? I don't know. I think I've gained a lot more people from playing Minecraft. But anyways, I should look into the suggestions that I had here. Because maybe I want to play different games on different days. That's also a possibility. I could play the games that I do have first. Old Flash games. Because I do have on my computer a database of old Flash games. I don't remember what it's called though. But yeah. I'm trying to think of other ones. Fireboy and Water Girl. Oh, I used to play that all the time as a kid. And there was Icy Tower. That was fun. That bartender game. Anything on Miniclip, really. What else? Stardew. I don't know how entertaining Stardew would be. Because it is a game that I really love. But unfortunately, I've basically had all of the achievements, except beating Prairie Valley. That's an impossible one. But I've completed Stardew Valley. I've reached the top of the mountain. Whenever I play Stardew Valley, it's in efficiency mode, which I wish I could play Stardew Valley like I did at the beginning, without knowing all of the exploits and the things. I can't wait for Haunted Chocolatier to come out. And it's like the same thing about for games like Dispatch. I've seen Dispatch on YouTube, but like I haven't played it. That's the thing though. Even though I know the story, that doesn't mean I can't enjoy the gameplay, because the gameplay does look fun, the team management aspect of it. Do I want to play Pokemon? Because I do want to play on I do want to play the older ones, but I already have a project that includes footage from a previous run. Do I want to do a Nuzlocke? Da-da-da. I don't know. Because I've tried to do Nuzlocks, and unfortunately, I get so attached to my Pokemon that when they die, I rage quit. And speaking of rage quit, Cuphead. Again, the appeal of Cuphead is to watch the streamer lose his shit. And that's, when I lose, I just get sad. I don't think that would be fun to watch. But I do perhaps maybe make music. I want to learn I want to download GarageBand, and I want to make music, because if I make my own music, then I will know that I have the artist's permission to use that music, because I will have made it. What else? What else? Getting Over It, Silent Hill Blueprints. Liminal Core. Because once again, I have been in that mindset recently about liminality and all that stuff. But just in general, other, like make tier list or reaction videos. That is a possibility. And like, I don't know. I could go over my. It's not very entertaining to see my Twitch wrapped for the year if you can't see it, unfortunately. Um, but I do have, for example, a list of Twitch streamers that I admire, that I want to emulate. A lot of PNG tubers that I've been watching their streams and how they conduct themselves in their community and what their content is like. And there's also, people that I just find very entertaining and try to capture their essence. That sounds like something like an evil witch would say. I'm here to capture your essence. But like, someone that I very much enjoy watching on stream is Atriarch. And he has like an animated waiting screen, and he has so many followers and subscribers and all that stuff. And he just has this energy about him. He's very enthusiastic and explains economic concepts in a very relatable way. He brings the news of what's happening in the economy, the U.S. economy, in a very accessible way for the common Twitch user. And he also plays games. So, like, in that regard, I admire the fact that he can, in one part, do what he likes and what he admires. Like, essentially do a PowerPoint presentation on the U.S. economics and politics, which sounds like a very boring thing, but he manages to do it so well that people just engage with it and engages in the discussion. And on the other hand, he also plays games because he's a gamer. My goodness. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get as many, oh, you know what, I just thought of another change. Bonus, chat display. So that when I look back at the VODs, you can see the chat, like, over my head. That would be really cool. I think that's, like, number 5. That's interesting. That's I almost forgot about that. But yeah, chat display. Very shinchi. And I do want to look into more Christmas. Holidays. Holiday stream. And what exactly that means. And it depends, like, what exactly I want to do. I don't have any intentions of doing anything IRL, which is where all of the Christmas stuff happens, but I will do research. That's important. Man, unfortunately it is going to be a shorter stream today. I guess a lot of people, I don't know how to say this. It's either people are very busy with, the holiday season coming up, or they're not very busy, and there's a lot of people on stream. I guess a certain demographic of people, unfortunately, don't have anybody to spend the holidays with, so they, they watch their favorite streamer. I should look up what other people do, like very high, I don't know, Hassan and Cutie Cinderella and Ludwig, those kind of people with like millions of followers. What they're gonna do for Christmas, and the New Year. Man, brainstorming hurts the brain. But yeah, so Am I gonna go back to Minecraft after this? I'm not sure. I wish I knew how to put VODs in. And then, not VODs, mods. I wish I knew how to put mods in Minecraft. I wish I had shaders. Shaders would be nice. But unfortunately, I've tried many a times and it just doesn't work. Oh, you know what? Minecraft skin. That's what I could be working on. Make a Minecraft skin of my character. That would be fun. That would be fun to have. I feel like I'm rambling, unfortunately. The schedule plus the on average, unfortunately, I haven't been able to hit the 4-hour mark. I've been told that one should try to stream 4 hours per stream in order to retain the number of people. But I don't think I'm cut out for 4-hour streams. At least not with the games that I'm playing and the content that I'm producing. I don't know what could I do to make it more tolerable? Not tolerable, that's not the word I'm looking for. Not pleasant either, because it is pleasant to be on stream. It is very late. I'm trying to brainstorm, and I'm already very tired. I think, so yeah, what I've learned, what changes I want to make, and what kind of games I want to do going forward. And also Minecraft skin. That'd be fun. But I should do, what I should do is try my best to accomplish this goal, and also see what kind of rewards that I can give to my community for hitting that goal. An incentive to try and reach 10 followers. Because if I do, it would be fun to have 10 followers by the end of the year. Because I do have, on the side here, I can't quite get to it yet, but I do have a list of things that I wanted to accomplish for my streaming. I can't find it anymore. It's on my computer somewhere, but I can't find it. I also don't have the luxury of having 2 monitors. If I had 2 monitors, this would be easier. Unfortunately, I do not. Let's see here. Aha, there it is. Yes. Goals. I started on November 20th. My first stream was on November 20th. I also learned how to make VODs and how to export them to YouTube. That's another thing I learned. But I do have a goal by November 20th of next year. And these 2 goals are to be able to reach 25 followers and to stick to schedule. But that will mean that I will have to change my schedule in order to better stick to it. And I did look up other things too. Other streamers that I admire very much. Filza Minecraft. I actually really started liking his streaming content when he was streaming Breath of the Wild. That's my favorite series of his. Um, I like also Point Crow and Small Ant. They are very creative in the type of challenges they engage. They are just full commitment to the bit. they one of them likes to speedrun, and he challenges himself to speedrun in every kind of category, and the other is just trying to make any interesting, entertaining concept, just like taking the same basic game and taking a new spin on it. I admire that very much. And he also does a lot of events. His Point Crow party was legendary. Um, yeah, let's see here. I still have a lot to learn, and I still have a lot to do, as I can see here. But I do think that if I want to be able to improve, I'm gonna have to set aside the time to do that. Oh, hello! Da-da-da. Well, you know what that means. Wave your little hand and whisper so long, dearie. You ain't gonna see me anymore. And when you discover that your life is dreary, don't you come a knocking at my door. Goodbye, bot. Be gone. Haha, I got you. Even though I can't play the music, I can at least sing the song. Goodbye. Hi. Hi, Opal. Did you hear that? Ah, you were lurking. Hello. Yeah, I really wanted to add So Long Dearie from the musical Hello Dolly as like a soundbite for whenever I have to ban people. Unfortunately, I don't know if I have the rights to use that song as a soundbite. But at least I was able to do a preliminary soundboard, so I at least know how to do it. Um, but yeah, it's been almost an hour. It is a short stream, and unfortunately, I don't think there will be much more to it, unless maybe I can draw a bit. Let's see here. Da-da-da. I think I'm gonna just. Do I want to screenshot this? I have the VOD. It'll be fine. So I'm just gonna. Da-da. Oh, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work either. Oh no. Why? But you know what? Never mind. Oh, that worked. That worked fabulously. But yeah, I'm just gonna draw. I've worried enough about the state of my channel for now. And I think I'm just gonna draw whatever suits my fancy. What do I want to draw? Let's see here. What could I draw? It is Christmas. Oh, what am I saying? What am I saying? We're not even like 2 weeks until Christmas. I did hear this beautiful song. Beautiful. What am I saying? This very interesting song. It's much too early for Christmas. I wish I had that when I worked in retail. to play it over the speakers when it was November. I do want to stream until at least an hour, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna push myself. I'm gonna let's see here. You know what? I'm just gonna draw what I like. I do play the game Twisted Wonderland on mobile, so I think I'm gonna draw one of the boys in that game. I think that's what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna only draw it by memory. Yeah. So, Twisted Wonderland characters by memory. And I'm just going to talk about them as I draw them. Let's see here. Da-da-da. I'm gonna draw Ruggy. Oh no, I can't even remember how to do his hair. Oh no. Oh, this drawing by memory on MsPaint. What have I wrought? Okay, so let's see here. First of all, he has shaggy hair. This I remember. But not in front of his eyes. He also, you know what? I do have a keychain of him. If I can find it, I can use it as a reference. Because I don't want to use my computer. I have Riddle. Where's the other one? Where's Ruggy? There. No, that's not it either. That's an Uno card. I don't know if you can hear the rumble of, well, you can hear that. I don't know if you can hear the rustle of me looking through my bag. Dang, I can't find them. Okay, new plan. We've got Brittle. So I'm gonna draw him. I wish I could credit the artist who made my little keychain. Unfortunately, I don't know who they are. But let's see here. If I draw a chibi version of them, maybe. No, that's not going to do him justice. Why is MsPaint this way? No. I'm not going to do him justice. But I guess that's the appeal of it. I'm just gonna do it. Let's go. Okay, so he has like heart-shaped bangs. Let's see here. He has very big eyes. And he's very short. He's a short king. We love him dearly. Oh, it's coming along great. It's coming along nicely. I am using someone else's depiction of Riddle as a reference instead of like the original art, but it's so bad that it doesn't matter as long as you can tell that it's him. What else is there? He has. I'm not gonna be able to draw his uniform, but I do know he has the ribbon one, the ribbon bow tie. Da-da, da-da. And does he have a pocket square? I don't know. Let's see here. Ooh, okay. We're doing good. We're doing okay. Let's see here. And he does have his armband. Okay. Then there's the hands. I'm not gonna even try. Does he look nice? Do you like him? No. If I want to select this guy, and then I want to move him, there we go. Well, would you look at that? We have Riddle. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Who else do I want to draw? Who else do I have? I do have a reference for... Oh, I not only have Malleus, but I have Rollo as well. So I'm going to draw my boy. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw him. Not Malleus, Rollo. I'm one of those freaks that like this adaptation. Now let's see here. What does he look like? What does he look like? He has the ugliest hair that I've ever seen, other than Rook. Why must I make their chins so, you know, like that? He has a deadpan stare. He has beautiful eyeshadow. He has the Catholic bangs. And he has the stupid hat. There we go. Oh, that is nice. Hold on. We almost got it. No! What happened? What did I do? Like this? No. We've got this. Yes. Stupid hat. Alright. We've got stupid hat. he just looks like a you know, those deadpan anime stares. Oh my goodness. What does this uniform look like? What am I saying? He looks like a priest. No. He does not slouch. Our boy does not slouch. Let's see here. Oh yeah, he does have the, like this priest-looking mofo. Like this. Oh, and he has the buttons as well. And he does hold his hands like this. Perfect. Does he have poofy sleeves? He does have this gigantic Gucci belt. Gucci. Oh yeah, and that's right, can't forget the frown. Yeah, I almost forgot to cross out that. It's not fair to say that that I'm drawing this by memory. If I'm using a reference. Who else? Oh yes, we have Malleus. Oh, but I have his masquerade outfit on my merch. By merch? Yeah. Who else? So, oh, and perfect. Rollo's staring at Malleus. So, what does he look like? He has long flowing hair to hide his horns and his ears. Let's see here. Like this. Yeah. Alright. And of course, cannot forget the Maleficent horns. Or beautiful Horton. Like this. I think so. Yeah. Alright. Then, also, there's the fact that he is so tall, he has no business being 2 meters tall. What is he doing? Does he have the... I know he doesn't have an open collar, and I know he doesn't have the bow. He must have the tie. He must, right? I guess we're just so used to seeing him, especially lately, in his dorm uniform. And is it tied up as well? It's only now that you think, like, I've been staring at these characters for like a year now, and I don't know what they look like. Do I want to give him just lines as eyes? I don't think I'll be able to. No, what am I doing? Let's see here, like this. He just looks like a meme. He just looks like a meme. Anyways, that's the best I'm gonna get him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sebek. I've done your master wrong. Do I have... I don't have any more merch. I know I have rugs somewhere, but I just can't find them. Who do I remember? Who do I recall as a character? I guess I can try just by memory again. So who else? Oh, Grim. Grim. Easy. Hold on. Circle, line. We just have to give him cat. I just have to make a cat. Just have to make a cat with flames. And then his little thing. Like this. He just looks like a dude. Little pest. I would rather be nobody else's henchhuman. Grim. There you go. Every Grim fan here. There's our boy. Like this. Oh no, wait. Hold on. Like this. Like this. Here we go. The gang's all here. How would these people interact? Freaking Riddle would be... I don't know. Rolo would despise every single one of these people, including Grim. He would be more tolerable to Riddle, though, because he is more polite, but he has mastered the... I don't know. He has a temper, so he wouldn't be able to hold his temper long enough to be polite to the guy who almost took away his magic. Oh, man. There's no winning in this scenario. There's no appeasing anybody. These people only interacted in solo in one vignette during the Ghost Bride event. They don't really have a rapport. Except, like, Mally is giving Riddle, like, prince advice. And Grimm's just an all-around menace. This is absolutely the worst team anyone can make. None of these people can coordinate. They're only, like... their only true connection is us. Oh man. I'm just thinking about these four people trying to finish a group project. Grimm especially. Any sort of semblance of civility these three people could possibly have. The seething anger and the amusement between Rollo and Malleus. And then Grimm is just there at the last second to fuck everything up. Oh my goodness. Who else? I don't want to draw any of the staff. I don't want to draw the principal or the teachers or Sam. Sorry, Sam. Who do I like? Who I like? It's a revolving door. I try to do a tier list of all these characters, like once every 3 weeks, and my favorite always changes. I'm a revolving door. I have no loyalty whatsoever, except for Rollo. If I get Rollo, the next time the event shows up, I'm saving all of my gems to guarantee that I get him, and then he will be my favorite forever. But unfortunately, he is a Halloween event character, and I'm gonna have to wait for like 10 months before I even possibly get the chance to get him back. Oh, I know, the woes that is being me. Let's see here, let's just go down the list. I don't know how entertaining it would be to see me just list off my favorites to least favorite Twisted Wonderland characters. I guess I'll draw my favorites, and I'll just not mention or draw any of the others. Ace and Deuce, favorite combo. I don't know if I like them more as individuals or as a duo, because they're just, I love their bickering so much. Who else? Leona? Man, Leona, they've done such a fantastic work with his design and his voice and his personality, but like, he's eye candy and that's it. His personality is so Scar-like, and it's not because it's based off of Scar, it's because his personality is such, I don't know, when you look at somebody and they're conventionally attractive, and then they make the worst boyfriend imaginable, and then you just like, well, the attractiveness doesn't even matter anymore. Like, same with Idia. I remember I got Idia first. He was my first choice, and then his personality disappointed me so. You know what? In honor of you, Idia, I'm gonna draw you in shitty MsPaint. Let's see here. Gonna give you flames here. Do you have bangs? No. Yes? You have eyeshadow. And you have a hoodie, that I do know. Da-da-da. Let's see here. Yeah, unfortunately his personality just isn't enough to, his looks aren't enough to redeem his personality, so off to the gutters you go. Goodbye, farewell, Evitas, and good night. oh, and now that I've added Iria into the group, my poor Grim is gonna be tortured by this man. But I do like Ortho. I love his little brother. He did such a good job. Da-da. And he doesn't have a mouth and he must scream. So long, farewell, adios and good night. Oh yeah, and he has like a cool like virtual collar around his neck for his dorm uniform, which I find very cool. A modern Pinocchio. And then, what else? Let's just go down the list. I did mention Ruggy and Jack, but unfortunately I don't think I'm going to draw him today. If I try to draw Jack, it's just going to be a furry, because of his large ears. I did like his event recently where he had very long, flowy hair, like a mane. Then there's the Octavinel gang. Not a fan of any of the people in the trio. There's Jamil and Kaleem. I do like Apple. I do not like Rook. And then there's these two, and then there's Giasomnia. It's getting late, so unfortunately I think I'm gonna leave it here. Oh, you know what? Shrimp! I forgot you! Yes, you! I don't know what shrimp looks like. You! That's you! Yeah. For those who don't play Twisted Wonderland, one of the characters gives you the nickname of Little Shrimpy. And since there's no visual representation for the character of, the player, sometimes in fan art they decide that to draw you, aka the player, as just a shrimp. Yeah, this is a beautiful roster. This is one of my greatest works. I will be selling this as an NFT. It looks exactly like those especially Idia and Rolo. They look like bored NFT shrimp, not shrimps, chimps. They look like the monkeys. No, you know what? Grim. Grim is absolutely, he does look like a NFT chimp that would sell for either a gajillion dollars or 1 penny. Yeah, I'm happy with these people. I'm beyond thrilled. So for those who are still watching, I hope this stream wasn't too boring, compared to the adventures that we've been having on Minecraft recently. But again, it's not that I've given up and I've been reinvigorated, but I have been reflecting a lot in the month of December for what I want to do for 2026, and a lot of it has been including what I want to do with my streams and my Twitch channel, and as it has been a bit. It has not been a month yet, but I'm still motivated to improve on being a streamer. I have goals set out. I have specific points that I want to work on, and my job in real life has eased up in terms of hours, so I will be able to allocate more time to it. And I am optimistic on being able to at least achieve a little bit every week, every stream, having something new. Thank you all for watching. And another thing, intros and closers. Some people have like specific ways to greet their viewers and specific ways to end stream. I want to learn how to, you know what, another thing, I'm going to write that down right now, is how to send a raid. As soon as I have more than 2 people, I will be sending the raid to whoever I think deserves your attention as much as you've been giving yours to mine, to my stream. Yeah, I'm not gonna dilly-dally. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you, what is it, Friday? Is it Friday today? I will see you all tomorrow. And I'm going to look into if I'm going to go back to Minecraft or another game. But yeah, goodbye.